The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, we're going to talk about our year in gaming.
Shall we play a game?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan. I am your host, Caleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig.
And Cameron.
And today, guys, we're going to be talking about our year in gaming for 2019. So, we know it's the end of a decade, obviously, with that fucking 9 hanging there. But we're going to do some, like, I don't know, some, like, look back on the decade episodes, probably next time, maybe the time after as well. The next time we have a week off from a review, of course.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that. But, I mean, I kind of like recapping what we've done throughout the year of 2019. Yeah. And we have some changes we're going to be bringing to the show itself for 2020. And some of those we haven't actually come to terms with officially.
We still need to fight it out.
So that's what we're going to do here in front of you guys today is fight it out. Because we don't do enough of that already.
Where are your wraps at?
My wraps?
Wrist wraps, yeah.
For
for
fighting.
I mean, if we could quickly change, the Twitch channel from, talk show to MMA real fast.
Yeah, MMA Duke out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what we've done this year, what our plans are for next year as far as gaming goes. Changes to the way we're doing the show, changes to the way we're choosing games, a couple things like that. So we got kind of a lot to go into. I mean, it's not a lot like content wise per se, but it's a lot formation wise. Like we're pouring the concrete, the foundation for 2020 today. So I'm excited to get into that. I'm excited to see where we get to. I think a lot of the stuff we're in pretty decent agreement with, but I know there are a couple of contentious things that we're going to have to kind of iron out here and figure out as we talk. So before we get into any of that good stuff, though, what have you guys been playing this week?
Let's see. For this week, I've played a little bit of Call of Duty. And then I've played some Outer Worlds and a lot of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Okay, all games from this year, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Interesting.
It is.
Very curious. What about you, Cameron? What do you
had some fantastic fun playing some Call of Duty with the clan again. Fucking finally. Man, I jumped so many levels during that session, and weapon levels too.
We need
to get
last week was like
clan together.
Double weapon XP weekend, which is fucking sweet.
Just that synergy with the clan back together.
Yeah.
Playing some bullshit game modes.
Yeah, throwing the hoods on, going out, lynching some opponents. The clan, got the clan back together. You know how it is. You guys know how it is.
You know what, Schweiss? They changed it so that the clan tags can hold 5 letters now.
Oh, we're no longer...
So...
Oh, I could do the OG.
So we
naked?
Yeah.
No.
So we could
clan.
We could change it to just Caleb, be the Caleb clan.
God. That would be cool too, I guess. It was initially meant to be naked though. But I couldn't fit it.
Yeah, but then we've had the whole...
I could squeeze it in. I could squeeze in nude, but I couldn't squeeze in naked. Yeah.
So. Then playing some maps that were fucking crazy, like Hardpoint on Shipment.
Yeah.
in realism, just wading through a sea of my MP5s on the ground.
yeah. The joke was we're like, it's like waist deep, and everyone has their arms up by their shoulders, and there's just purple MP5s everywhere.
Because I topped the scoreboard for both kills and deaths, I think.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah,
because I would go out, get 3 kills, die, go out, get 3 kills, die, over and over and over.
Yeah, I'm liking this COD. I
do like it.
I started to get really into the marksman rifles personally. Now that I've got like a good I don't
sight. Know. I was having fun with the M4, having fun with the Dragunov, the marksman rifle, and stuff like that. The reason why the Dragunov is because you can make a quick follow-up shot. Everything I have get on that weapons for more control, so I have less recoil to make that follow-up shot.
Yeah.
But then there's just something about the MP5, dude, that just fucking works when it's a run and gun type game.
Yeah,
MP5 is pretty.
And I kitted that out for hip fire, so it can be pre-fire in corners, and then ADS as they come around. But then I've also been playing that Outer Worlds, having a lot of fun doing that. I don't know what it is about, normally, I mean, you know how I play these open world type games. I generally try to be the good person.
Yeah.
But this time around, I don't know why. I'm just being a fucking asshole to everyone.
The asshole dialogue options
The Outer Worlds makes you want to be an asshole to people.
Dude, they're so good.
And to the point where I'm doing this mission, and I'm trying to find, because every mission has like, all right, you initially get assigned the mission from X character. Then you go in and start doing the mission to find out more. And then, B character comes in and goes, but you could do it this way instead and help me. And so you're like, okay, so now you have an option. Every mission, you have option A, option B, good or bad, right? Doesn't matter. But this time I'm going through doing the mission. This person locked up goes, you can help me out and stick it to the man. I'm like, okay, I like doing that in this game, stick to the man, whatnot. So I'm looking for a way to get the person out. I can't find a way out. And she said something snarky, so I just shot her and just ended that mission.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm like, I
let her go, and as she was running away, I shot her in the head.
And that's the same thing I was doing too. And so I go upstairs, and then I go up to the group of guards who are trying to hold the piece. I'm like looking for a key card, right?
Yeah.
So I can finally go get the plans that I'm searching for, right? And so I'm like, okay, I can't find the key card. Maybe I need to get it off these dudes. And so I go up and try to pickpocket him. One dude caught me doing it. I'm like, hey, just chill out. And I try to pickpocket him again. I'm like, well, guess I have to kill everybody. And so I killed her and all the guards. So no, everyone hates me, but that's fine. I don't care. I killed everyone.
Did you keep all the plans?
Yeah.
Because if you keep all the plans and you give it to that lady, she gives you a shitload
Which
of
lady?
cash. The old lady on the grind breaker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who gives you that mission? Yeah.
Okay.
If you give her that stuff, you get a shitload of cash.
But you have to turn around for that nav key anyway.
Well, if you don't have that much money anyway already.
I almost did, but I keep tinkering with weapons.
I didn't realize you could tinker with weapons until like way after that.
And so now
so I just kept switching to like whatever one
using
was
that long shot. Like I'm fucking clearing out camps. I don't have any idea where I'm at. But I'm really liking that heavy battle rifle that's scoped. It does more damage than the sniper, but just doesn't have as much range.
Yeah.
So
can you BXR with it? The battle rifle in that game.
What?
BXR, it's the thing in Halo where you
beat,
reload, shoot instantaneously.
No, I don't.
And it's like a one frame skip, so you can actually do more damage.
This is more kill. Like Fallout games in the way it plays, but less glitches so far.
The reload speed is pretty quick, though.
Yeah.
And then this battle rifle is still just a one shot, though. It's not a burst.
You haven't had a Fallout you really truly loved since 3, though, right? It's like it's been a while. I mean, 4 you didn't really get to play as much as you'd like because that was the first review.
But I had played it since then, and I do like the survival mode. But I just Fallout just doesn't feel the same. I'm liking this so far. I won't rank it yet until I have a better opinion of the story. There's some things I don't like.
Like what?
Kind of how they stuck to the 1950s theme, even though there's no reason to. With the advertisements and stuff like that.
Some of the ideas, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of like that.
There's no reason to. I mean, it was okay in the Fallouts because
back when,
that's kind of when time stopped. Time stopped when the nukes fell, type of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
but this one, there's no reason to have stuck to that.
They just felt like it was that genre. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's just the Cold War era, like.
Not
Vietnam.
quite. It's more of just like corporations are in charge.
like-
It's very anti-corporation. This game so far,
Yeah, it's very anti-corporation.
but it's just the
like
advertisements they keep feeding you over and over again to have that same feel.
As Fallout.
Well, I mean, they have like a 50s kind of feel, 50s, 60s kind of vibe where like every company had like, their own tagline for everything that they had.
Yeah.
Like it was like a specific brand, like they all built it up. They all had like jingles and shit like that. And I don't know. I kind of feel like it fits a little bit.
Anyways, so far the theme
I like,
of it
I like
is
the
like
fact that like they make the Spacer's Choice people, like every time you encounter them, they have to like sing the jingle.
yeah.
And the one guy was so proud when he got it right. I was like, oh my god, this is great.
Yeah, it's like extreme privatization where even the lives are owned by companies and stuff like that.
Oh,
It's
wow.
basically indentured servitude.
Yeah, you feel like one of the first places you go to is like your family has to pay to rent the grave space for your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah.
And there was
It's
like and
the
there was
extreme
another
of
thing-
capitalism.
Oh man, it was really funny because like it was one of the things where like this lady was talking about how she has to pay for this one guy's grave, and it's like, oh, so you were his closest living relative? It's like, no, I was like the closest person to him when he died, like literally, like I was right next to him, so I have to pay for his thing, which is really funny.
And like
when
random,
they don't have family, then it like
it's like just like
does-
random stuff like
does weird
that.
shit like that.
Like there's this one area you're walking down the street and like this forklift robot's stuck, and it's like you'll be charged for obstructing commerce, and it's like clear the way. Since you've been obstructing commerce, you'll be charged 200 bits. Come collect your ticket, please.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, one of my favorite lines was like, there's this guard who was like guarding this guy's house, and he was telling me that if I don't leave, then he's gonna kill me. And he's like, this ultimatum brought to you by like whatever company he works for.
Nice.
No, it's been fun. I've maxed my sneak out all the way because I'm going for a sniper build, and so I have great sneak to steal stuff right out from under people's noses. But then
Yeah.
it's the sneak damage multiplier that I'm really going for.
Dude, my dialogue is just so brutal in that game. I love everything about that game as far as like
yeah,
comedy
there's so many
stuff.
different. There's so many different ways you can build your character. You can basically do a Commander Shepard playthrough where you just command your partners to kill for you and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Dude, like I literally can like walk into anywhere and fucking just like start taking shit in front of people, and they'll just be like, "What do you think you're doing?" And then I'll just like, there's a dialogue option to intimidate by saying like whatever I want, and so I just pick that, and then they're like, "Okay, carry on. Sorry to bother
I
you."
can't do that anymore. Back in the lower level areas, I was able to do stuff like that, but now since I haven't been working on my dialogue options at all, I can't do that anymore. So it's like if I'm caught, I have one escape, and it's usually now having to pay them off.
Yeah, I have bonus dialogue stuff from some of my characters that I bring along.
But with the
And
battle
and
rifle,
have
I just
their
one tap people.
bonuses
So
to be doubled, so I'm pretty broken right now.
It sounds like it really has like a good commentary on corporatism.
yeah,
It's probably a little much, but I mean that's what makes it
no,
funny.
it's
It is-
heavy-handed.
it sounds
for comedic
hilarious.
effect,
It's heavy-handed on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, it's really funny. Like it's so
It's to the
fucking funny.
point where you go up to your ship and the AI in your ship, you go, "Hey, play my favorite song," and it plays one of the Spacers jingles.
Yeah, the
And
Spacer's Choice jingles.
and you
It's
can
like-
go, "It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice is their
Yeah.
jingle."
and then like
And
one
then
of-
you tell them that, hey, tell your AI, "Hey, that's not my favorite song." She's like, "Well, you're contractually obligated to say this or any other Spacer's Choice jingle is your favorite song."
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. It seems like it'd be kind of fun. Is there any multiplayer in it, or is it all single?
no, that would have been.
But you'd
way
enjoy it if you've
fucking
enjoyed the
awesome.
Fallout games. I feel like
If you like Fallout or Mass
I feel like
Effect,
gameplay-wise-
you'd like it because it's basically like the love child of both of those series.
as far as gameplay goes, gunplay, and I haven't tried any melee yet, but there's some pretty cool looking melee weapons in this game, like that burning scythe. That was
heat
pretty-
scythe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
pretty
one's pretty
cool looking. But as far as gameplay goes, UI and dialogue options, stuff like that, I feel like gameplay it's already better than the Fallout games.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot smoother.
Yeah.
I think it's because they.
Is there a way to go third person?
No,
Okay.
it's first person only. I kept getting bothered by that too. I was like, I want to go third person, but it like won't let me.
I mean, any game where you spend a long time working on the way your character looks like, I feel like you should have a third person option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in like Skyrim, it's like useful. I don't like playing those games with third person anymore. I used to, but I was like, what the hell's wrong with me?
This one,
I don't like
really
playing Skyrim third
And
person
so-
if I'm using a bow, but every other time I will.
And so this game's answer to the VAT system, where you slow down time and you can select what parts you want to hit. You slow down time, and you can just shoot.
Just hit it?
Yeah, you just shoot where you want to shoot, and
Nice.
based off of you can see like what parts will do what when you shoot it. But you only have a certain amount of time you can be in the time dilation, and you can pick up perks that increase how much time dilation you have, and you can pick
Yeah,
up perks to make
and
you move
then-
faster.
So it's like
time dilation.
active VATs almost.
Essentially,
Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of more like what they did with Fallout 4's VATS, where it was more just slow down time, and then you can select body parts, but instead you're just slowing down time, and you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
So it's Red Dead Duel.
Kind of,
Yes.
And then in this game, they added a thing where you actually you can take, basically, if you get into a conflict, you can actually be affected by it. Where, what's it called again? The negative effect thing? It gives you a negative effect, but a perk with it.
Oh yeah, when you start encountering a certain amount of enemies and you fight them a lot, then you develop you can choose to take a perk.
No,
with
you
it.
choose to
It's-
take
it's
a detriment.
Yeah, it's
or-
a detriment. It's like you fear that specific thing, and it'll be like, oh well, you start taking more damage from this creature, but you also like do 10% more damage overall.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I just
okay.
barely came across that and said, oh, since you've already taken X amount of physical damage, you can choose to take this or decline it. So now I take plus 25% more physical damage, but since I'm going for a sneak sniper build, I don't care because I'm going to be out of range most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
have
then,
that
but it gives
for-
you a perk point to spin at the same time. So it's actually a quick way to
Yeah,
get
so you
more
get
perks.
you get a boost, and then you also get a perk point along with your new detriment thing.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I forget what
nice.
it's called.
When did this game come out?
This year it was like beginning of November, end of October.
Okay, so it's not too old.
No,
Who made it? I can't remember who made it.
Obsidian Entertainment. It's
Yeah.
the guys who originally made Fallout. And they were bought out by Bethesda.
Oh,
so
okay,
Bethesda
okay.
produced it.
Oh, that's interesting.
and then Bethesda's coming out with their new Starfield soon.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be the exact same type of thing.
It's probably going to be pretty similar. Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. Do you think it has more soul than some of the later like?
I mean, so far, yeah.
Fallouts?
Like it, I feel like it's more true to an RPG,
it
giving
kind
you
of-
tons of options.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me just of like Mass Effect and Fallout together, but with like
Not quite to the same effect as Mass Effect, but
well,
close. Yeah.
mostly with like some
Min effect.
mostly with like some the ability stuff, like combat wise.
Yeah.
It's a lot similar, especially with like the companions. But then it's also got like a bit of its own identity with like being about corporations and trying to fight back, and you're being labeled a terrorist because you're like helping this guy who is the terrorist and trying to fight the board, which is basically just
So
a bunch
label
of-
me as a terrorist. Well, aren't you helping one? Yeah, I don't see how that matters.
It's like, well, no. You talk to Phineas, he's like, no. I'm
But
fighting
yeah,
for
it's just
everybody's
a good
freedom.
game with a decent amount of dark humor laced throughout. So
Nice. That sounds perfect
yeah,
for any of us to play.
Dude. Yeah, I think you'd like it a lot.
Nice.
And it's not as long as I thought it was going to be. Apparently, it's only like 20 hours for just playing the campaign.
Nice. So you can get through it. Cool. That it for you, Cameron?
yeah, that's all I played.
All right. So I played a minute or two of Conan Exiles. We had a bad. I guess Roxo was getting on right as he was getting off. The purge started, and they destroyed some real valuable stuff. So one of our upgraded shit. What was it? It's the place where you make like the alchemical bases and stuff.
Oh.
The cauldron.
Yeah, the
The
cauldrons.
upgraded fire cauldron. They destroyed the one that had all of the gold, all of the demon blood. So basically, everything we had to make the next map room is gone. So I haven't logged back in because I'm like, that hurts. hurts me deep because that was a lot of stuff in there. There was a good chunk, and the Thrall's dead too. They hit our base pretty hard, and so note to self: don't log out ever when the fucking thing is about to start. I don't know how it started though. I think he said it was really close to starting, and then it just started. So I don't know if someone else logged in and then wasn't there, but they wrecked.
Doesn't it keep going even when you're offline?
Yeah, but the purge meter fills up based on things you do. As far as I know.
But also, there's a set tick rate too. But if you do more, it goes faster.
Oh, I think you're right. The tick
it goes faster every time you kill an NPC and other things.
It must have ticked up while he was offline, just over time.
Yeah,
and they hit us real hard.
The thing is, they only attack where players currently are. So
or bases are built up. Yeah,
I don't think it's just where bases are built up because they've never attacked like the one. Thrall base we have.
They've hit Nude base though.
They've hit Nude base, but there are players that are still there.
Oh, that's true. I think Joe's body is still there.
Yeah. So they only attack. I'm pretty sure they only attack
Joe.
where players currently are. And so if we make a base that's literally only for creating stuff that's close to our base, but like still decently far away, like where Thrall camp is compared to where our actual camp is, I think it'd be fine.
I don't know, man. I think they know.
We just got to rest at like a specific camp.
They know. They know with our weakness, and they exploit it.
So that also our walls weren't really super tough. And
yeah, you need to start getting tier 3 stuff built up.
Well, and we didn't have like those the fence foundation stuff on the walls to like make it extra bullshit. So
we probably need to get some spikes.
That's what I'm saying.
Too.
You can't
Palisades.
Yeah, we didn't put up any palisades, which was a bad idea.
And a moat. We need a moat.
Palisades, that's what building a pillar base does for you. But then I've heard sometimes if there's no like actual way for the purge to climb into your base, that they'll just appear inside your base sometimes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
But having palisade, but I'm also one thing I really wanted to do if I was going to start fuck with you guys is make a minefield around your base.
Oh, around our base? We should finish the game up and just make it a PvP server.
Yeah.
Like, we should finish it up fast.
Yep.
And then PvP, resource gain is all 1 times, but everyone starts at level 60. I think that'd be fun. Everyone
starts at level 60. Resource grind, yes, it can still be at 1 times, but then you have to host game like challenges and like conquest type stuff where there's loot to be had at the end of it to help ease the grind by being victorious.
So the admin can just like pump a
so basically,
of
we can make a Coliseum, and like the victor of the Coliseum can take the rewards and the spoils.
It'll just be like a chest full of like a shitload of building materials.
Yeah.
And upgraded weapons. And
stuff. We could do that. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to make it easier, but it sucks because if you make it too easy, then whoever just puts... I don't know.
What we could do is, for the most part, we just have it at normal grind speed, but then we can have like double XP weekends every so often where you can get, double loot or stuff by grinding and then switch it back to normal. Just things to keep people coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll play around with it.
But we also have to have like tournaments and stuff. I really do want to do that.
So I barely played any of that game.
But you still did.
I did touch it though. Yeah, I got on. I played a decent amount. I played like 4 hours of this game called Carnival Games. It's just like a random assortment of mini games. And I think this. There was a guy that asked us about this a little while ago, and I think this might be the game he's talking about. It's just mini games. It's nothing but mini games. So I played that with Jace for a couple hours, and then he left, and then I just kept playing it because I was like, man, I'm getting trophies like fucking crazy in this game. Like, it's just chucking trophies at me. And so I decided to just fuck around with that for a little while. I think I got like 25% of the trophies in the game, like in just like a couple hours. And there's just a shitload of bronze. And I haven't really been a trophy beast this year, so it's kind of nice to have a game that I can just fucking pound trophies in. So that's been kind of enjoyable. I played quite a bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare this week as well. Craig and I were really dominating that stuff, having a good time. That was pretty fun. We had some pretty good games in there. I don't know. My KD is like 0.81, so I'm not nearly as good as I used to be, but I'm starting to get better at it now. And there was like the last time we played when I was day drinking, like that was a bad set of games. Like that set me back a lot, I feel. So I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit better at the game as a whole. So hopefully that can continue to carry on, and we can keep playing that together, because it's been a lot of fun playing COD again. I kind of missed COD. You know, we played World War II, which was last year's COD, right?
Yeah, just for like a little bit.
Yeah, but we mostly just played the campaign and didn't really touch the online.
Right.
And it's been nice to get back into playing COD online. It's fun, and this is actually a pretty good COD as well. So I've had some good fun hanging out with the listeners and playing their version of Battlefield, basically. It's been a good time, so I'm excited to continue playing that and probably just play the campaign, just knock it out real fast.
Right.
Get a review in maybe of the new COD game, so that'll be a lot of fun. Because I heard they changed the story. They like redid the story and all that, which is kind of cool. Because we already know the Modern Warfare story, so it's nice to get a change up. At least I inferred it from Modern Warfare 2. I didn't actually play the original one, but we have the remaster as well. So
right.
I think once they get prop hunt in this new game, it's going to be that's all we're going to want to do for a while. It's such a fun little game mode. So ridiculous. The bad thing, though, with the remaster, not a whole lot of people were playing it when we got on.
Right.
And so it was hard to get a game of Prop Hunt actually going.
Where can you look up the KD for Call of Duty?
It's in your barracks in-game.
Can you do it online?
I don't know if there is. I know there used to be online stuff for COD.
Yes,
that's
you
how
can.
That's how you
got to go to the Activision page.
Can you look up your friend's KD?
I think so, yeah. I think you can look up anybody's profile as long as they're connected to the Activision thing.
Yeah.
But it only goes back to like when they started doing that, which I think was like Black Ops 3.
Could you just narrow it down by game?
Log
into your Activision account.
Wait, why are you trying to look at your...
I don't know what it is.
Why not just get on later tonight and find out?
Yeah, because I'll forget.
This used to be with World at War. That was the only way you could actually look at your stats.
Yeah.
It was all online. So I would go upstairs every so often when I was like binging it and just like check where my shit was and see how good I was doing.
World at War was only online?
Yeah. To like see your detailed stats, to see your like heavily detailed like kills with certain weapons and shit like that. Like it was online.
Oh. Okay.
So they had the
maybe
data.
The super detailed stats, because I know you could look at it like in at least Modern Warfare 2, just like in the game.
Yeah. Modern Warfare 2.
What your KD was and like what your most used weapon was.
Yeah, they have the base stats, yeah. But it got way cooler with the online stuff. And that was the one time I noticed I had never been killed by a flamethrower, and like the very next match I go downstairs and I get dominated by a flamethrower attachment like 3 times. I was like, oh, well, that's the end of that. But yeah, lots of good stuff. So I'm excited to keep playing some COD. I think it's been fun playing with you guys, and look forward to doing it some more. So we know what everyone's been playing this week, guys. But the real question, the only question, I will say, is: has anyone beaten a game this week?
No.
Yeah, gotta finish the year out strong.
Yeah,
haven't beaten a game.
Yeah, super strong. I didn't beat a game. I could have beaten Carnival Games, because I could have like said, hey, I played each of the games, but I haven't actually played each of the games yet, so I don't know. I'm trying to decide how to beat that, like, because there are 20 games in there, and you should be able to beat it, but I mean, I'm thinking maybe there's like a decathlon thing where it's like a 10-game like tournament deal. Maybe you could count that.
Well, I mean, Mario Party is basically the same thing. You just got to like go around the board and play, and then whoever wins the board wins the game. So I mean, it's
you'd count that.
But how is that? that's not a game. You beat the other players. You didn't beat the game. Because the objective is not to beat the game.
There's no
beating the game.
There's no campaign.
Right.
So I guess for Mario Party, it would just be like win a game in all 4 maps.
So win a game with all of the mini games.
Yeah, be the top player in all 20 mini games.
Oh man, that's like, dude, I could do that in like an hour and a half. But I mean, fighting games are kind of the same way. Those
Some
older
of them
ones.
are. Some of them are like.
Some fighting games do have a campaign, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like Dragon Ball Fighters. That game took me 10 hours.
Angry Ass Black Dude's fighting game binge. Those are all old ones, and they just have like a campaign where you do just like a tower mode.
Yeah.
You know, I've noticed a lot of people are adding a bunch of fighting games to like push up their hog. I hope everybody is remembering that to beat a fighting game according to our rules is to play through the arcade mode with every character if there's no distinct campaign, because I feel like too many people are adding them like within like a half an hour, and it takes longer than that to play through with every character. So just remember that, guys.
Yeah.
Because fighting games are not that short if you follow that rule. I mean, they're still going to be like 2-3 hours, but they're not going to be half an hour.
All right. He has spoken.
I mean, I've said this rule multiple times, but I
Apparently.
feel like some people aren't listening, but I don't know who, so...
Well, you know who you are.
Yeah, you guys know who you are.
Yeah, so no games beaten for us this week. Yeah, it's just kind of like a quiet finish to the year. I don't know. I know for some of our listeners, they're fucking going hog wild.
I know. Fucking angry-ass black dude and
Jake
are really going for it.
Yeah, and you know, here's what happens every time someone tries to face Jake. They always have lost so far. He's won every year. And 2, you know what happens the next year? They don't do the hog. They just stop. Like
They're fucking burnt
They
out.
burnt
So,
out.
Don't fucking...
don't fight Jake, because he has one thing that you won't ever have, which is time.
yeah, only time. That's all you need. Just listen to Enya. She knows. And you don't have time. That's the... You have no time.
What fucking song is that?
It's only time is what it is.
Is that literally the title of the song?
Yeah, it's a great song. It's a fantastic song.
I know. I love it.
Yeah. You know, and it's it's not worth it. And even to Jake, I would say it's not worth it because like all these big games.
Jake fucking hates himself for playing these like shorter games just to like compete with you guys.
Yeah, but there's no reason. Like it's just so ridiculous.
And he's kind of doing it now to where I don't know if he'd appreciate me outing him like this. He might not trust to tell me stuff again, but he's purposely not reporting some games just so his lead doesn't seem so astronomical. But if he ever felt like it, and if he felt like someone was getting too close, he'd crush you.
Yeah, well, the problem is he's losing by almost 50 right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens in the next few days.
Yes, yeah, it's just so dumb. Like, and there's so many good games that are like big games. Like, I want to play through the Metal Gear Solid series again, and Metal Gear Solid 5 is like retardedly long. It's like Death Stranding all over again.
Yeah, I think you have to build bases in that one.
Yeah,
right?
it is Death Stranding in a lot of ways. You build things up and you build the army, and it's a lot of collecting. It's a lot of grinding. But like, I want to experience all those games again, and like, how many AAA titles have come out that Jake has missed, or even other listeners potentially have missed because they're trying to do this competition. It's like,
Jake is also
Jake
super
never,
cheap,
he never
so-
buys brand new games.
That's true too. That's true.
I mean, it's been so long.
He did tell
like,
me that
he
he's
didn't have a
he's not
PS4
going to
forever.
go for the win this next year.
He said that last time though. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a cycle, man. It's the wheel.
Well, hopefully he
a little
he
late
gives it up so
now,
he can play
so-
some stuff.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a little late now. It's the fucking 28th of December. Can't just start up Red Dead 2 and finish it. I guess you probably could.
You could crush that game.
But it'd be kind of ridiculous, you know.
Oh, not really. I beat it in like 30 hours.
Yeah, I guess that's very doable then. But yeah, I wasn't gonna say that, Jake. I don't know why Cameron like fucking said that you got saved up spots, but
It's your superpower. It's unfair, Jake. Can't just blindside people.
Yeah, but I mean, I think about that when you're doing the hog. Like, there's it becomes, and we've talked about this with the podcast, even where like it becomes a job almost, and it should never be a job. Like the points and the hog league, all of that is for fun. It's not. It shouldn't be the point of doing the fun thing. The fun thing just has these added benefits, right? It's like trophy hunting, just a trophy hunt, as opposed to doing what I do.
Trophy hunt because you love the game.
Yeah, trophy hunting because I love the game. And there are games that
Are
I
you
play.
being beaten by over 50 games, Jake?
I think he might be. It's. I looked earlier today, and it was a big gap. But I'm saying, like, it's. I can say trophy hunt in games that you like, or sometimes just do it to get the trophies. But when I see people online and they have all of the trophies in a game like 3 times over again for the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation Vita, the PlayStation 3, and all it is them uploading their save file and popping all the trophies, like, that's not trophy hunting. That's just that's just getting massive numbers, and it just becomes ridiculous. Like, for me, I find it fun to try to get all the trophies in a game, and I'll look at a guide and stuff like that, and there are times where I really hit the grind on the trophies hard, but you can't make gaming just about the trophies, and you can't make gaming just about the hog. The hog is just the aftermath of the trophies or of the gaming. It's just a fun way to like see points that are totally.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get trophies or things on Switch or Nintendo systems, so.
Yeah, and you know what I'm talking about, Craig. Like, it shouldn't just be for the hog or just for the trophies. Like, you have to have fun because.
I mean, the point of the hog was basically to be like, hey, I want to experience new games. I don't want to just like keep playing the same one over and over again, because like. At some point, we got caught in a loop of that where, me and Cam would play Skyrim like 3 times a year, and that would take up a shitload of our time. Or,
yeah.
Shit like that. And it's like, oh, well, I could play like the Batman games like every year, but I don't, because I want to play the new games that come out or stuff that I haven't gotten to yet that everybody's like, hey, you should play this.
Yeah, and I think the way we've built the system, we lose a lot of value from stuff because, like, we used to, when we would play games before we did the podcast, like, and this isn't like saying that the podcast is bad or anything like that. It's just like anything else that has ever been. There are good things and bad things about it.
It's just made gaming less a relaxed thing.
Yeah, it kind of has.
More of a, we have to get this done by this time, so there's no time to explore side shit.
Which is fine because, sometimes you don't want to do that. But, like, when a game like Resident Evil 2 comes out and I really, really like it and, like, I want to do everything and I want to play it, like, 6 times in a row, it's like, well, I can't because of this. And that's the thing with the hog. It's the same way. Like, I feel like a lot of people are limiting themselves because they're going so hard on the hog league stuff. And there are some games where you should just put the time in and enjoy it, and
yeah.
I know Death Stranding's one that pretty much all the guys that have been at the top of the hog league put a shitload of time into, Jake included. Ingress Black Dude's save file was like,
it was like 196 hours or some shit.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But, like,
and he still didn't have the plat.
No, yeah, it's crazy how much you can do in these games. But, like, that's what a game should be. It should be something that you get to go do, and you don't feel like you have to just finish the campaign and then move on. And I feel like people fall into these pits where it's no longer gaming is fun, and then you get hog points on the side as like an added little fun element to like compare yourself, to whip out your dick and show everyone else how big your dick is. But that's after the fun part. The fun part is the core, and the points are the aftermath of the core. And when the points become the core, that's when it becomes kind of corrupt, and it becomes you just get like enveloped in it, and it's not, the whole point of it is lost at that point. I would say
we've become lost in the competition rather than lost in the experience of the games.
Exactly, yeah. And we've tried to move back from that by playing stuff together again, and
Yeah, my whole life has just been lost ever since I made it about beating games and
Yeah.
just getting those numbers up on Hog. It's just games are just not fun anymore.
Yeah.
I've lost
sure
the true meaning
Cam.
of Christmas.
Exactly. Yeah. But you know what I mean, though. Like,
you
it's,
really strayed.
yeah,
Those numbers are ridiculous.
Cameron has
So-
lost the way.
So unlike you.
Yeah. So
I
unnatural.
truly believe that this is my record-setting number
What you got
I
this
mean,
year?
it is in
of
a way.
least games beat.
Oh, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
at least, yeah. I think it's been delays, and then somehow because I didn't have a schedule for like all the year, I think somehow I forgot Cameron. Like, I had to have because you have so many less. Like, and you have bonus games in there. It's not like you just did what you had to do. There's like 5 games that you didn't have to do. It's
Exactly.
like what happened with Cameron this year? Like Cameron just like slithered his way through and didn't have to fucking. He wasn't
just like he just didn't speak up when we were talking about what next thing we were gonna do.
Yeah, it was just silent, and then
So we
Craig
kinda
and I
forgot
we
that
just
he-
took it upon ourselves.
But then again, of course, you guys have more forced entries than I do.
That's
So,
true, but with the rotation, it shouldn't
I
matter.
think the next
Right.
one is you and I though.
Good.
Yeah.
We have.
And I
When
told
does it
him,
do?
I told
don't
him, I told him for next year when I said everyone gets a second one after a certain amount on Patreon, they can't do the same couple as before.
Right.
So it's going to be you and me or Craig and you for like a while.
Jesus.
And it's fine because the rotation, that shouldn't matter. Because if I have 30, that's for me and Craig, but me and Craig only play a game once every 4 months, then we're not playing more games. We just have more games lined up for us. But somehow, something fucking happened. Some numbers were fucked with in my mind. And Cameron has found a way to meditate and invade the
I
psyche.
tried to
Cam
to
is a
create
wizard, and
calendar.
he just like fucking.
I tried to
waved
make
his little
make a
wand.
calendar that we could all follow and plan for, where we could plan everything out, such as who's playing what game, when is that supposed to do, and then even streaming nights. But no one wanted. No
Yeah.
one wanted organization.
So Cameron just
I
like
didn't even look at it.
warped our mind. I didn't either. Cameron warped our
No, you
minds.
guys didn't. I tried.
And
Oh, we fucking got you the shit to stream, and you streamed like twice since then.
that's true. That's true.
I've streamed
It's
a lot
the
twice.
It's the schedule that we need, though. We need
Yes.
to have it.
Every time I've streamed though, there's always been something fucking wrong, and I can never figure it out.
With like the stream.
Yes, it's not easy.
How is it fucking up on the stream again? Like,
So
fucking
it's
PlayStation wouldn't give you the chat.
So
Now it's-
so PlayStation doesn't give me chat, so I can never stream straight from PlayStation. But when I'm streaming from PlayStation and want to be in a party and want to capture that audio, you always have to do some fucking bullshit loophole way to capture the fucking audio to stream it to your PC. And then now when I'm streaming straight from the PC or just streaming straight from my PlayStation by myself, no part to the PC, I have double audio, even though I only have one microphone hooked up, and I can't figure it the fucking way out. So yeah.
Wait, is it because you're trying to be in a party at the same time?
No. Well, part of it is trying to be in a party with friends without having them have to join like TeamSpeak or not TeamSpeak, fucking Discord instead of just being inside. I mean, it's stupid trying to pull streaming audio from your PlayStation.
Yeah.
If it's just you by yourself, it's fine. But if you want to capture your party audio so your fucking listeners can listen to that as well as the game, there's so many fucking loopholes you jump through, and it's still not a perfect solution.
Yeah, that's annoying. But no, mostly what I'm getting at is just don't let it consume you. It's just a byproduct of the things that you do, and that's how I like looking at it too. I mean, like I was up in the top 3 with albums and stuff.
Just think of like for being King Hog. Yes, there's a reward for that, but is that worth the countless hours you've been putting into these games?
Yeah, or movies or whatever. Like because there's a competition amongst basically each category, right?
Yeah.
And, I listened to a lot of music this year, and I use it as a way to explore new music and find new things. And, that's kind of enough for me. And I just caution letting it consume you, because then it consumes you and, you turn into, Pickle Thing on Twitter. And he goes crazy and tries to beat Jake, fails, and then now he doesn't log at all. And it's like the fun has been taken from it, right? And it's because you can't go so hard that it's not fun anymore. It's about the fun first, and the points second. Even though the points are beautiful, let's not forget that. You just gotta fucking just enjoy yourself, and then the rewards will come from that.
Yeah, it's also about exploring something new that you probably wouldn't have played normally. Because, I've seen a lot of people that every year will just replay the same few games. And if you just, try and go out of that, you'll find new games that you like a lot. So,
yeah. And one thing I think everyone should probably do is just try to clear out their backlog and stuff like that. Because, you've already bought them. And, there could be some really good ones in there that you really like. So stuff like that's good too. And that it's not always going to be a short game that you can, log and jump up a rung on the leaderboard or anything like that. But it's not what it was supposed to be about. And there's always that level of competition, but it's not just that. So that's that. But keep logging your hog though. It's been fun to see the leaders and see everything kind of come to its final conclusion here at the end of the year, and we'll see who ends up winning, and we'll see how all that looks once the year finally ends. So, all right. So we've talked on the side about what we want to do for 2020. Let's get into that a little bit here. So, Craig, one of the things that you've brought up multiple times is you don't want to have a vote any longer. And let's dive into that. What are the reasons behind it? I know I don't think we have a consensus on this, because I don't agree with that. I agree with the idea of it, I guess, but not the execution of it, because I think that's one of the cool things about our show is that we let the listeners decide what we play.
It wasn't a completely getting rid of it, because we were still doing the
Uber games.
Well,
no,
we were still doing forced
entry.
entries, which I would assume we would still keep the vote for on that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, for this next year, we kind of wanted a more relaxed thing for us to play the newer games that come out.
Yeah, because this is going to be the swan song year of PS4 at the very least, because we're getting PS5.
Because PS5 is coming out at the end of the year, and when the PS3s last year was out, we got shit like The Last of Us, and all sorts of these fucking crazy ass games, I want to experience some of these newer games as they come out. We're still going to have the forced entries. And then alongside of the votes, we've been manipulating the votes since the beginning of time, and so have other people. So
Craig, just by manipulating, he means picking games that we know will get voted for.
Picking games that will be specifically picked because the people want games that are asshole picks because they want us to suffer. Which this year is about not suffering. It's about
the year, the new decade, new Craig, no more suffering.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to play fucking Alice ever again. I don't want to play Parasite Eve. I don't want to play any of those fucking games.
Was Alice last year or this year? No, it wasn't this year, was it? I think it was last year.
Was it last year?
I think it was. If it wasn't, it was
I don't quite remember.
Oh, man, let me look at I have it on the drive. Either way, though.
Either way, Alice fucking sucks, and I hate it. But yeah, we always go for the asshole picks, or picking an RPG with an audience that came over from UFF that loves RPGs. It's kind of we've been doing that since the beginning. We should admit it to ourselves and be like, you know what, just for a little while, at least for this year, we can bring it back if we want. It's not like there's a rule against it. We can bring it back later on, but I think for this year, as we're going for a more relaxed kind of, we play what we want to play, we go for the newer games. We try to be more on time with those. Try to build up more audience with the newer games as well, and then we get more reviews that way.
Yeah,
and I feel like if we do it this way too, it'll allow us to do themes as well. When it comes to games during a certain time, we can do more scary games in October. We can also do kind of like streaming events if we wanted to. It'll just free up our choices for that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so, I mean, you know, the thing about the not having the vote for the asshole games, like, you've kind of gotten out of those games anyway, and we've let you get out of them.
The last 2 times, yes, but that doesn't mean that in the future it wouldn't happen. And I'm talking about, like, for this next year. You said yourself, you know, you want to play more of the current games because you missed out on a lot of them from this year.
Yeah.
So that's what we kind of wanted to do. So let's just play the newer games and play the games that would interest us. And then as we play the games that we would normally play because we're interested in them, then we get more reviews out of that. Because, like, it's like, hey, you know, I'm going to be playing this. You interested in playing it with me? You know, we fucking go do that, and then we just play it. We don't have to wait for the vote. We get more time to play it. We just fucking go with it. And then we do the you know, forced entry as it comes along.
It'll help us stay more topical to what's going on.
Yeah, and with newer games coming out, we get more people searching out those new games, see what people are reviewing on it. We get those reviews out within, like, a couple weeks. Then people are, you know, it's not going to be, like, 2 months later, necessarily, you know.
Yeah, I guess it's a good way to maybe grow the show, but you know,
it's growing the show, yeah, because when a new game comes out within those first few months, people are going to be searching for content about those games.
Yeah, it's I don't know. That's the whole idea.
I mean, look at the downloads for that Extinction episode that you guys had, and I was like, guys, that a new game just came out that's called Extinction. You should not have named that episode that.
Yeah, you know, it's not.
And it had like twice the amount of downloads it would have normally because that episode was kind of crappy.
Well, you don't know that when you download it, though. That's the thing. It's like, it's not like it gets downloaded more. That's not how Libsyn tracks the thing. I can listen to it 5 times, and it only counts as 1 download.
Yeah, but it got a lot more downloads than like normal, just because people
Right.
assumed that it was
Perhaps it was misleading.
because the title was based on a new game
But
that literally just
but
came
the
out.
quality of the episode has nothing to do with that.
Not necessarily the quality, but you did call it the new game, and then immediately we got more downloads.
We should
than
try
normal.
that and just see what new games we can title our episodes after to be about something completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Let's just go the opposite of that. Let's just not play anything new and just say that it's a new game so that we get all the people. And then if they love us, they love us, so it doesn't matter. And we lied to them in the beginning, but hey, there's a lot of good stuff there. There's a lot of not lies throughout the years. Hundreds of not lie episodes. Yeah. The only one lie right now.
Oh, we should also
There's
try
like
clickbait.
at least 2 lies.
Should do more clickbait titles.
How are there 2 lies? What's the other one?
So
The Kojima interview.
Oh, that one's that one's
Full
funny.
episode.
Yeah, people really wanted to believe that was real. There were a few that were like, "Guys, it's just silence in the middle, like an intro and an ending."
It's like, what happened? I want to hear this.
Yeah. It's like you just trick yourself into believing that maybe, just maybe it's real and maybe something happened to the file. And then it's like such a letdown. It's like, oh, it was just a joke. Fuck.
Yeah, they're actually just pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's true. We do have 2 lies, two outright lies on the show. All right, I think we could do that. Maybe just, I don't know. We could also just, outside of that, we could keep the vote and potentially, and no, I mean, how are we going to pick amongst ourselves though? That's the thing. It's just we have to have 2 things that we both want to play.
Maybe. I mean, we could talk about it later, but I mean, we really only need the vote for the forced entry, and that's it.
Yeah. How do we decide though if we each have 2 things we want to play? We vote amongst ourselves? Like what
What are you talking about?
Well, like I mean, we're not just going to not have a plan. We have to have some semblance of a schedule or plan. It can't just be, oh, we're both kind of playing this game. Let's review it at some point. Like,
well, I mean, that would be like bonus time, but I mean, we also just want to play like the newer games as they come out. So we could just be like, hey, this new game is coming out. Let's pick this one. We either all play it or 2 of us play it. And then as we play like obviously we're going to play games that, we like as they come out. So we could just be like, hey, I'm going to be playing this. You guys want to join? And it's going to be like the secret review thing that you had for, Resi 2 and for Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, this is out. Let's play it. Let's do this. And then we do it. And as long as we're not trying to fuck each other with games that are super long or super bullshit in some way, I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah. Well, but then, I mean, why? See, then we can't fuck each other, though. Like, there's something fun about that.
No, there's not. There's nothing fun about it.
Craig, I think there is, and then that's.
I don't think there's anything fun about it.
I think that's part of the Nude Clan spirit.
No, I really don't think. You literally just got done talking about how games should be fun and we should enjoy it, not for the competition, but for the fun of the game itself. And now you're trying to be like, we should just constantly fuck each other with games that are complete ass.
Not constantly, but every once in a while, I think you need to get fucked over. I think you need to get laid.
That's probably what the Force Entry is going to be, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's practically what that is.
Every once in a
while,
while,
the option to try and fuck us with whatever.
Every once in a while, you need to get laid real low, or else you can't appreciate the high points. And so, like, I've enjoyed that, and I felt like that's been kind of like an underlying tone of us fucking each other over.
Oh yeah,
it's like
because you really loved playing those Digimon games.
Well, Craig, that's just cruel.
And you really loved playing fucking part of Alone in the Dark, and you really loved playing Parasite Eve 2, and you really loved
that
playing
was Kamikaze.
Alice, and you really loved playing those fucking other shit games that we had to endure.
50 Cent was.
Goddamn.
We both kind of agree that's kind of just an okay, not too great, not too terrible. But
there's nothing about it that made it like absolute ass, but there's
I love
also
how-
nothing that made it like.
I love how like
game.
certain games though, like Digimon, kind of turns into like some sort of Stockholm syndrome where you start
Where
to
Schweiss is now like, I kind of want to play Digimon.
where it's like
I'm going to play all the Digimon games.
he
dude.
really appreciates the better things about his abuser, and he kind of misses it after a while.
I thought about that again a couple weeks ago.
There is going to be a Digimon game coming out in like 2-3 months.
I did think about that the other day. I was like, we should just play all the Digimon games so that we never have to play the Digimon games. That was an actual insane thought that I had again. Only like a month and a half ago, I was thinking about it again. I was like, if we just...
signs you're in an abusive relationship where you try to like
Justify it.
Where you feel like there's going to be a blow up soon, so you incite it to happen faster just so you can get to the good times again.
Exactly, yeah. It's like if we just got...
That is a sign that you're in an abusive relationship.
If we just got through all the Digimon games, then we wouldn't have to worry about being forced to play a Digimon game. Because like even if we played so many of them that like we had almost every Digimon game reviewed on this show, I mean, how much Digimon saturation do they require? I don't think they'd push us to do all of the new ones.
Just do a Persona playthrough as well.
Yeah.
Persona's pretty good,
Become
though.
a Persona. Yeah, but the amount of hours of our lives gone.
It's true. Persona 4 is not much shorter than Persona 5.
I'm still recovering from that, and that was years ago.
What? That was like 2018?
That was when I was living in Harriman.
It was last
still.
year, wasn't it?
No. It was 2017, yeah.
For what?
That long ago?
Persona 5.
Yeah, that doesn't seem that long ago, huh? But it
Yeah,
has
I
been
thought
a
it was
while.
like last year.
No, it's been longer than that. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's... I like the themes, too. I like getting into, like, certain series. I know Craig hates that shit, but...
Well, I mean, yes, I don't necessarily want to like only play one series for like a shitload of time, but I don't mind doing like themes. Like for instance, if October we want to play like a bunch of horror games, like Resi 3's remake is coming out, like we could play that, or that new other Resident Evil game that's supposed to be multiplayer.
I think that's just
that one.
part of Resi 3 actually now.
So we're just saying we're going to keep doing a rotation,
I've
but
heard.
we just get to pick what game we want to play. So it's the two of us. We just get to decide on what game it's going to be.
If we don't have a vote, then yeah, that's what it would be.
Okay.
We would just have to decide amongst ourselves what we're going to play. So
The yearly Digimon.
Well, I mean, there is a new Digimon
And then
game coming out.
every
It's called
few months,
Digimon
should we
Survive,
have
I think.
another vote game every few months that outside of the forced entry?
I mean, we could.
Yeah, we have a lot of forced entries to get through. And then what do we
Let's
want to
get
do?
through our backlog then. Let's focus on getting through our backlog and then just playing games we want to play.
Schweiss also wants to focus for the next little bit on beating the rest of the games that he wanted to play from this year.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we've been doing on the side, behind the scenes. I also want to do some more of the gifted games, too. So that's why I'm thinking...
backlog.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this year that's something we should try to focus on a little more. Like all the things that have been gifted to us that we haven't had a chance to play, that we want to play. Because I know we've said that we'll play whatever is gifted to us, but I feel like it gets hard to do that with all these other things.
Now
going
that
on.
Chase makes a point, now that UFF is gone, we can do a Nude Clan take on Final Fantasy.
Yeah, you guys could review it. Yeah,
We could do Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out in 3 months.
Oh no!
So yeah, there's that.
yeah, we could do that.
Yep. There's that Digimon Survive. It's a survival game, Cam. You want to play a Digimon survival game?
How is it a survival game?
I think it's like a
horror game, and they're all horror games. I guess. But
well, it looks like it's
it's like psychological horror.
it also looks like it's kind of a strategy game. So
All I'm
maybe-
thinking about when you said a Digimon horror game is like Friday Night at Freddy's, but with Digimon.
Yeah, or like, or even better, it's like fucking, it's Friday the 13th with Digimon, or Dead by Daylight. There's just like an Agumon fucking barreling through the forest. You're just trying to get the fuck out of there. And the controls are really janky and terrible, and there's like super long animations that you can't skip ever.
Oh, can you imagine like a horror game where the human or player characters all have tank controls, but the killer has normal controls?
Oh shit, yeah, that'd be kind of fun. That'd be a nice throwback.
Oh man, you know what? I actually do kind of want to play this.
But he's just slightly slower, just to make up for it.
Yeah. So it's
So
doable.
it's like Resident Evil 2 with the fucking dude who just walks after you.
with Tyrant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have tank controls, but he has normal controls.
Yeah. That'd be kind of sweet. That'd be a fun little, like, callback game. But yeah, I think Project Resistance is what they were calling that multiplayer Resi game. I think that's just a game mode in Resi 3, is what I've heard. I haven't actually looked at it, but someone told me that, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. It was just a troll move to make it seem like they weren't doing Resident Evil 3's remake, and then they
We
said
should
they
play
were.
this Digimon game.
Oh
When it comes
no.
out.
Oh no, Craig. Is this going to fuck us over?
I kind of really want to now. Just like looking at the thing, it looks like okay. So the gameplay looks like it's Final Fantasy Tactics like, and then I guess it's got like story elements where you like choose certain things, and like characters can actually be killed, like straight up if you make the wrong choices. So it's like Heavy Rain times Final Fantasy Tactics gameplay, but with Digimon. It's fucking weird, and I kind of dig the idea of it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
This looks like it's going for some dark storytelling in
I mean,
Digimon.
I guess it kind of intrigues me. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, what? Okay. So we're not going to do. Are you guys cool not doing the vote? Are you fine with that, Cameron? Deciding amongst ourselves.
yeah, I feel like that with the trying to get through the games that have been gifted to us and the force entries is good because we
Right.
do need to get through that. But if it seems like we're getting through that just fine, then we
Well-
can have
well,
a
let's
vote every
go-
so often.
Well, let's go with a more relaxed year and do something like, we do a forced entry 1 month, gifted game next month. So we basically only do one game a month, and then every other game that we play is entirely what we want to for like keeping up on the year or the new games that come out.
Okay, so
So basically, we play 12 games that have either been gifted to us or have been forced entried. And then everything else is just stuff that we want to play.
And so all of us play those 12 games.
So instead of the three
Is
of
that what
us
you're
playing,
saying?
so instead
Okay.
of like 3 games a month like we've been doing, we just do 1. And then everything else is whatever we want.
Okay, so little to no structure.
So we'd still have a vote every month, but everything else would be what we want.
Okay. We can try it. Yeah, fuck it. We can do whatever we want. And then we're going to still do the movies.
Fuck it. We can do whatever we want. I mean, that's exactly what we're saying.
We're still going to do the movies and the shows and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we'll have reviews.
I mean, the Witcher TV show just came out, and I think the new season of Castlevania is coming out this year, and I think the Devil May Cry anime that's by the same guy is coming out this year as well. So
Yeah, I feel like I like it. But I do think that we're going to need a little bit more structure among, we do have the 12 games that we're going to play in the backlog. But then we need to have some structure on the side for who's playing what. Like, how many reviews a month do we want to pump out? We need an actual number because we already have one decided on, which is going to be a game that has been gifted or Force Entry.
I think 2 a month is what we've been doing.
So 2 a month.
That's what we should try to do.
So we're still going to have somewhat of a rotation amongst us, but we just get to choose what game that's going to be.
Yeah. I was mostly thinking like we would just do the one game and then we play what we want as it comes out and then to like structure it we just look at what games are coming out in that month and then
but we still have to do somewhat of a rotation amongst us to see who's playing what.
We don't really have to do a rotation.
Man, you're just going to make it so that Cameron doesn't have to play anything next year. He plays the 12 games.
Well,
and that's
the first
it.
Forced Entry would be for him and I, so he would have to play at least one.
Right, but if we're only doing...
Just so you guys know, I will be playing Kakarot, alright? Dragon Ball Z game. It's an action RPG. It's coming out next month.
It looks pretty sweet.
I will be playing that. One of you guys should join me.
I don't know about that.
It looks fucking awesome.
It does look really cool, but I don't know.
It reminds me of the old action RPGs that they had on the Game Boy, and I need it again.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need more structure than that, Craig. I feel.
Well, we can always talk about it.
Review episodes are usually the best, and if we want to make sure that we're pumping out decent reviews, we have to plan for it, and we still need to keep a rotation going.
Well, at least have 2 a month if we don't have more, because we also have
if we do more, that's fine, but we have to plan on having 2 and have a rotation.
We have fucking Fallen Order probably since Schweiss just got it, and I'm halfway through it. We have Outer Worlds because you and I are playing that. And then Modern Warfare is basically in the back pocket because I've already beaten that, and it will take you guys 4 or 5 hours to play through the campaign. So we have 3 reviews already, basically.
Yeah, all we have to do is put the hours in. It's already there, Cameron. All you have to do is play it.
2 of them are already in process. One of them being Star Wars isn't really.
Yeah. No, we'll come up with a little.
So
bit.
what do you? No, I feel like we're almost there. We just have to nail this down. Let's just nail it fucking down right now. We're gonna be doing less voted on games.
Yeah.
We want to at least do 2 reviews a month. One's going to be a Force Entry / gifted game, and that can be voted on, I guess, because the Force Entry is going to be voted on, and then our pool of games that were gifted can be voted on.
Or how about, what if we never play what we want? We only play what's forced entry and what's gifted, and then anything else is on the side.
And then you're just gonna get another thing of regret of the year from not playing the games that came out.
I mean, we have Sonic 1 and 2 and all these classics.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
and so we're gonna alternate between gifted game and forced entry, back and forth.
So we're gonna do 6 forced entries all year, is what it is, and we're gonna all play all the forced entries. So we're gonna totally just
everyone play it?
Might as well.
Okay, yeah. So everyone's gonna play forced entries. How do you feel about that?
That's fine.
If
we're gonna make it once a month, then we kind of have to.
And so, and then a gifted game. So we're gonna back and forth, gifted, forced entry, and then one other game on the side that 2 of us have voted on. And that's gonna have to have a rotation.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay,
That's easy. That's
Said
easy.
and done.
Yeah, it's
Two
all over.
reviews a month, 24 reviews a year. I feel that's great.
Stuff in between can be movies,
Yep.
shows, planned stuff like history of,
Yep.
whatnot. It's there. That's our schedule for the next year.
There you go.
Look forward to it. I'm excited to see what we can do. I want to get through a lot of those gifted games too, because it feels wrong that we've gotten so many.
Yeah, I know.
lovely
That's just why we
gifts.
have to plan for it.
Yeah.
If you don't plan for it, it doesn't fucking happen.
I can't wait to play Akiba's Trip. I mean, I'm so fucking excited for that.
You're not excited for that.
I'm so excited for that.
One thing that I want you guys to play that wasn't necessarily gifted, but is like part of it, is Yakuza Zero.
Yeah.
Because I played Yakuza Zero and I played Kiwami, and I don't know which experience should be had first.
Well, which one's chronologically? Is it Zero?
Zero's technically first.
Well, then Zero's the one we should do first.
Yeah, but Zero wasn't gifted. That's the thing.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Kiwami was. But I mean, Kiwami's a free game now too, so is it even count as a gift?
I mean, yeah.
Or is it null and void? It's no longer a gift because we already have it.
I don't think Cam does.
He probably doesn't. So Cameron has to play
I don't
it.
think he downloaded it. when it
Cameron
was
has
free.
to play it, but we don't have to play it because we now
Well,
have
I
it.
already played it, so
No, that's true.
I fucking love those games.
Yeah, so let's
So
do that.
good.
Let's do that for the year. What else? What else is bugging us? Oh yeah, 2019. Our year in gaming. I mean, we got a lot done this year. Not as much as we have in years past, especially for myself. But for me, a lot of this year was dedicated to Final Fantasy. I mean, finishing up Ultima Final Fantasy.
Yeah, you did. You plowed a lot of those just to get done. So
Yeah, I'm looking at it here, and let's see, 3, 8. Probably should have done this before. 11 of my 31 games this year have been Final Fantasy games. So I've made it the year of Final Fantasy, and it's going to be the last year that's going to be heavily Final Fantasy based. I think I want to do one a month next year, so it'll end up being about the same, I guess, 11 to 12.
what do you mean?
For Ultima,
for the games that you still have left.
Yeah,
that
for
you-
Ultima.
you consider to be on the list.
Yeah, I want to do one of those a month. Is the plan? Have once a month.
What would
reviews.
be the next one that you guys have?
14 expansion, and then if not, the mana games. So I'll have to send a Switch out. But I don't know. It's weird because he wants to do weird stuff with 14, like play it at Timo's house. And I don't know how we're gonna work 14 in, but it's technically next. In fact, it should have been done
Since
before some of the
Hobo
other stuff.
Joe is a go, then I don't know how he's gonna play games online.
The Switch would be perfect for that, though. So we could do the mana games and then just put 14 off even longer. And we could do the mana games pretty reasonably quickly if he's...
Yeah, they're not very long, as far as I know. I think the longest one of those early ones is like 20 hours.
Yeah, so we could dominate that. So that's going to be...
Something.
That's a goal that I'm going to have for 2020, just so you know. We haven't gone over that. We're
More
going to do
Final
that.
Fantasy games.
Yeah, I do at least as many. So this year's been a lot of Final Fantasy, kind of cleaning up that, finishing up that show for Ultima Final Fantasy. And I also tried to go through series that I was a big fan of and never really finished up. So I did like Siphon Filter. I did the first Siphon Filter last year, at the end of last year, I think. And then I did Siphon Filter 2. I finally finished that. And I did Siphon Filter 3. And that's always been a series that I've been kind of into. They're just kind of weird, awkward third-person shooter things. And the only one I have left is Omega Strain, which isn't really that good of a game, but I was thinking about playing it this year, but then I got caught up in a bunch of other stuff like Conan and these things that take a lot of time. Mm-hmm. So I never finished that out, but 2019 to me was like a nice closure for Ultima Final Fantasy for the weekly thing, and then also just kind of experimenting with these series that I've always kind of been attracted to and enjoyed, but never finished that many of the games. And then the occasional like multiplayer heavy hitter, like when we were into Rocket League, like we were playing I want to play that again, by the way.
I do. I want to play that again too. I also want to play Dead by Daylight again.
I miss both of those games. I really do. Yeah. And it's a shame that we don't have time to play them. And now that the scheduling is so poor.
Like this week, I still have this next coming week off, so we should plan something.
Yeah, plan some Dead by Daylight.
You have Monday and Tuesday off, so we can make one night Rocket League, one night Dead by Daylight.
I just have Tuesday, but
you're still working the 6 days?
Yeah, I signed up to do one of the holiday days. So
is it still holidays?
You guys
Christmas
should
is over.
Make a goal to have your the weekend off, so we can all do stuff.
My weekend is the weekend off.
Nah.
So are you saying that Schwei should be the one that do?
No. So what days do you have off?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you're good. So we just need. So you and I can stream all the time.
Yeah.
Why don't we?
I don't know. You're never online.
That's true, actually.
You should try to get Saturday, Sunday off.
I can't, man.
Why?
It's because it's so much
the
more
extra money.
It's so much more money. It's to work.
You make more money over the weekend
working
evenings than you do working evenings during the week?
Yeah.
Why? How?
Because Sunday premium is what they call it. So if you work on Sunday, you get 25% of your base pay.
Then just get Saturdays off. And then it's the day we record now, too.
But Saturday going into Sunday also counts as Sunday premium. So I get 16 hours where I'm actually getting paid for 24 hours. Or 18 hours. No, what is that? 20 hours. So I get 20 hours of pay for 16 hours of work because I work Saturday and Sunday. And that's about $5,000 a year is what I tallied it up to be. And I'm like, and that's just for working 8 hours. So I'm like, fuck. That and then the kid, like having days off during the week really helps with taking care of the child. I mean, I can take care of the child no matter what, but it gives me a couple days during the week where I get to sleep because I can go to bed at a normal time and then wake up when Alex and the baby wake up. It's really it sucks so fucking bad, dude. Like, it's so perfect to have to work the weekends, but it's so terrible for hanging out with you guys and playing video games with the guys. Like, it's just shitty now.
I mean, yeah, I'd go where money is.
Yeah.
So
because it's just base pay, too. It's just straight up for working 8 hours, I get that much more. It equates to $1.98 an hour for every hour of the week. So it's almost $2 more an hour just to do those 2 days. And it's like, yeah, I can get more potential overtime if I worked Monday and Tuesday. Mm-hmm. But my big thing is try to increase your base pay as much as you can. No overtime, no extra shit, none of that. And this is the best way. And it's like, it sucks because I miss being able to hang out and actually do things with the clan. But, like, it works really well for the money.
And then trying to hang out after work when it's, you have the day off. It's hard because you'll get on when it's about time for me to go to bed.
Yeah, because I'll spend time with the family, and then they'll go to bed, and then Cameron's going to bed because Cameron wakes up at like fucking 6 a.m. Mm-hmm. Or you get to work at 6 a.m.
No, get to work at 7.
Oh, okay. Oh man, that sucked when you were living down here because I think you woke up at like 5 something.
Yeah, 5:45.
And you'd go into the closet at like midnight too, so it was just terrible.
Yeah, can't keep doing that.
No, that's not good for you. It's just all of the things make it so much better to do this, except for the social aspect. That's the part that is just dead.
Yep.
Maybe we'll have to make more of an effort on my days off to play that night. But the problem is Craig works Monday and Tuesday, and I have it off. So even after you're off work, Craig's there right at like Craig goes in at 3, and you get off at like 3:30. So it's just a fuck. Like the Sundays may be the only day we could pull it off if we play early.
And I can't do Sundays.
And see, exactly, it's just so fucked up, man. It's impossible. And it's too good to not do it, and that's why it's such a fuck you because it's.
And so you have to pick either Monday or Tuesday as a day that you and I can finally get together and stream something.
Yeah, and then Craig and I, it's like, well, I can wake up on Sunday and play Sunday morning. We could play Sunday mornings.
But then that just fucks your...
my sleep?
Yeah.
To some extent. I could wake up at like 11 and still get like six and a half
But
hours.
then, so if you wake up at 11, I'd still have to get off at around 12:45, 12:30 just so I can get here in time to record.
Yeah, for Saturdays.
But that would be a huge day of Nude Clan streaming. Saturdays be the huge streaming day.
Yeah.
Because then afterwards, Craig and I can go home and record stream too. So that could really just be Saturday clan day.
We could do that, yeah. It gets harder when I actually stay late on Friday, because if I'm staying till like 6 a.m., then it's brutal. But lately, now it's like...
I mean, I'd be willing to do that.
We could do something like that.
Stream before heading down.
Yeah, we could. Maybe I could wake up a little earlier and we could play a couple hours of something. Some COD or
10
whatever.
would be the perfect time to start.
Yeah, we could try that.
Because that's noon Pacific.
Yeah, we could try doing that, and then that'll alleviate some of the...
Not noon Pacific, that's noon Eastern, sorry.
Yeah, it's
9 Pacific.
9 Pacific, yeah. We can do that, and then kind of help with the social thing, because it sucks, like, because it's just so...
Yeah,
fucked
starting the year off right. We'll start our Saturday stream. All day with Nude Clan.
That's right. I mean, how why would you ever have it any other way, you know? Why would you have it any other way? So, yeah, that's kind of what 2019's been to me. What about you, Craig? What are your thoughts on this year? Your year in gaming. Did you think you focused on anything in particular, or what?
I did try to get a lot of the newer games played as they came out. I did a lot of prep for a playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3. Looking at my list, it's I played Birth by Sleep and that like in between game that was supposed to be like between Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3, and I thought about playing Dream Drop Distance, but then I was like, nah.
You're like, that's probably the gayest name for a game I've ever heard.
Little bit, yeah. But I played it for like an hour, and I was like, I don't like this.
Dream Drop Distance?
Yep.
What the fuck is wrong with those people? God.
I don't know, man.
Jesus Christ.
Well, there's also like, 365 over 2.5 days or whatever, some shit.
Yeah, nobody knows what that means.
And then like fucking... Yeah, Birth by Sleep, and then it's like a bunch of ridiculous nonsense names.
Yeah, no, they're the worst at making names, that's for sure.
Chain of Memories.
RE Chain of Memories.
Yeah, RE Chain of Memories. Revisited, basically. So Kingdom Hearts 3, and then that was a huge fucking disappointment. And then I played Resi 7, which wasn't a new game, but it was one that... I'd been meaning to play because I kind of wanted to try it out, and I played that with the VR.
Yeah, you played around with the VR for a little bit.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting, but it didn't really work that well with it.
You know what's hilarious about the
My
VR?
aiming with it, though, was pretty good.
Yeah.
What was interesting about the VR?
The hilarious thing about the VR is I sent back everything to Chase. Who is watching.
Now.
I still have an integral device, portion of the device is needed to actually play VR. And I've been meaning to send it back.
You should probably send it.
But he's never even asked for it back, so he's never opened it up since I sent it back like 9 months ago. Since I sent back most of it. Yeah. So you got the fucking expensive part, but the little attachment thing you don't have.
Chase just responded.
He called me a motherfucker, and I'm like, I know.
It's like, come on, it's not like you actually work at the post office. So
I know. I literally work at the place that I could send it away at. Like, it's so easy, But exactly, you never play it. Well, you can't play it, but you never tried to find out that you couldn't, to then say, hey, Schweiss, what the fuck? Where's the rest of this stuff?
I mean, there's also not much reason to.
No, there isn't. He doesn't have Monster of the Deep, so I mean, there's nothing there. It's the only thing.
Why the fuck would you play Monster of the Deep?
Oh, it's the most relaxing game experience you'll ever have.
Yeah, it's just VR, especially for consoles, is still just too gimmicky. Unless you're trying to go like simulator type style, which is what I want to do.
There's some games that I would like to try and play now.
So the only way, if I'm going to get into VR, I'm going to like fucking go full hog into VR. That's the only way it's going to be fun.
On PC.
So it's probably going to be PC for the extra power you can get from it. But like full on racing simulator or full on like flight simulator, like I can't remember the name of it, but like, jet fighting type stuff with the stick and the chair and everything, or just like an actual steering wheel and racing seat and stuff like that for VR.
Yeah.
It's the only way I'm ever going to do it, because it's the only way that makes sense.
Oh, I did beat Dragon Quest XI this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I wanted to. One of the things I wanted to do this year, and I kind of failed, was Cameron and I were coming off of last year where we did a lot of the Soulsborne stuff, and I wanted to kind of finish out Dark Souls 2 and maybe mess around.
Still
with
haven't beaten Dark Souls 2 yet.
Yeah, but like we didn't. We just kind of stopped doing that.
Yeah,
that was something I wanted to do with the year, but I didn't end up actually going. Except for Sekiro, we played Sekiro, obviously.
Yeah. But that's still not a Soulsborne game. It's a Seki Souls game.
Yeah, it's
a
an Elden
FromSoft game.
It's an Elden
That's what
Seki
you should just
Soulsborne.
From FromSoft.
That's what we should make, the FromSoft podcast.
FromSoft.
Yeah, just play play all of the From Software games. There's so many games though. That's like so
it's like I have to agree with Schweiss. It's like Sekiro is like, everything else before Sekiro was just perfecting the art until you finally had perfection released, which is
wait till
Sekiro.
you play Demon Souls, and then you'll see what truly began.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible because of that though.
Not really. It's pretty decent.
Nothing.
It's a lot more.
Everything was learning, and everything else is just.
I haven't played Dark Souls, but it's a lot more methodical than
everything
Dark Souls
else is
3.
just working their way up to their fucking doctorate, thesis they released with Sekiro.
Yeah.
Now that they've graduated and have their PhD.
There's also, from what I remember, there's also a lot more item use for Demon Souls. Because, like, there are bosses that are weak to certain elements, and then you can, like, put turpentine on your sword, so it's, like, on fire, and that's how you beat, like, the first boss, because he's, like, oily. And he's got, like, a shield on the front
you're fighting
of him.
Scode.
So basically, you gotta, like, run behind him and then stab him with the fire sword, and it's, like, a shitload of damage.
All over the floor is just, like, nasty crock pots full of, like, death. You step on them and you get poisoned, and like your health starts ticking away, and you just have to light them on fire.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, so that was something I wanted to do. I don't know. I like, that's why it's hard, because I want to do old games, but I also want to do new games. I think what it is though is I just want to do games that I want to do, and like getting rid of the vote is a good way to do that. Because
man,
we each have game series that we want to go through and we want to mess around with, but
yeah, I still want to finish up the rest of the Yakuza series, which I still need to play 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then 7 apparently is coming out in like this next year.
Yeah, I don't know why you say it's so weird. It's just Yakuza.
What?
I don't know why you say it's so weird. The Yakuza. I don't know. I've always just said Yakuza. I don't know how it's actually pronounced, though. It might be.
How do they say
the
in
way
the
you say
game,
it.
Craig?
What?
How do they say in the game?
Well, they say it really angry because it's in Japanese. At least the way I play it. I wouldn't play that in English.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because their voices in Japanese are so much better.
Yeah. I think next year is going to be good, though. I think it's going to be good to focus on newer stuff and gifted games, and kind of doing the things that we said we were going to do when it comes to both of those things.
Yeah. And I also, again, want to make, our thing that we're doing for Nude Clan After Dark that they're going to find out about when that episode drops, where we're going to, be branching out with what it does. I kind of want to have more of that time to focus on certain elements of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and making it a little easier next year is going to help with that. So
I mean, it's come 2020, that's our third decade, and there's certain goals that I wish to achieve in that third decade.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's some big things that we want to do, and that's why making After Dark kind of part of that is going to help hold us accountable, and also make it part of like what we're doing in our side project. So I think that'll all help kind of lend itself to what we want to do in life as a whole. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to do 2020. We're going to do some goals on After Dark. My goals for 2020, I think, is just try to really stick to the program that we have, catch up on some of the movies, because I think we're still like at 15 years behind on some of the video game movies. catch up on those. It seems like we're going to have a couple of them coming out too. So like the video game media is starting to like really churn. They're starting to put more of that stuff out. So keeping up on that, I think, is going to be something we should look at next year too. As far as like the TV shows and shit like that, because we obviously have like The Witcher and then the DMC and Castlevania, stuff like that. So
yeah, there's also a few video game movies coming out. I guess they're working on a Detective Pikachu 2, and then there's also Sonic, which is coming out.
Oh yeah,
pretty
yeah,
soon.
yeah. So we'll have more to play around with when it comes to that, but just want to make it more of a well-rounded year, I think. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, I don't know. 2019 it's been good. It's been nice to kind of take a rest though, because Craig and I haven't really been pushing each other as much this year. I know Craig totally outdid me when it comes to the Hog League for the hosts, obviously this year. But I mean, the years past, we were like pushing each other super hard, and we got way up there with the games.
I don't think I crushed you. You're pretty close.
No, right now you've got me by
like, what, 5 games, 5, 6. That's about how much I beat you every time.
It's 8.
Oh,
and last time I think you beat me by 9. That's about how many you beat me by every time, though. So you're right. It's just more of a gap than you think. Because usually because you've always had like December off, like a little fuck, and you always just go to town on the games in December. And so
Do you get paid for all this time off?
huh?
Do you get paid for all of it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't take any of his time off during the year, is what he does.
I mean, I don't either, except I tried to this time. They take a whole bunch off the end of in December. But a good chunk of it's going to roll over for me, so...
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to lose some?
No. I made
if it
sure
rolls over.
I used enough to where I'm not going to lose any.
Okay, that's good. Mine...
Because only 40 hours will roll over, so I'm at that cap.
I think mine's like fucking 1,000 or something ridiculous. It's like ludicrous. But yeah, that's kind of how it's been. I'm glad. It sucks because I want to talk about the best games this year, but I think we're going to do that in the next few months. That's another thing we can talk about. We've always done Nude Clan awards and like done the game of the year and stuff like that, like at the first episode of the year.
Right.
This year, I think we should wait a little while because you guys are playing with some Outer Lands. We're all going to review Outer Worlds. Yeah, we're going to do Call of Duty. I think we're all going to play that.
Yeah.
I think we should wait. And I think this is where the wisdom of like these game awards and like the Oscars and stuff really comes into play. They don't do it right after the year's over, and I think a good reason to not do that for us is to give us more time to catch up on the things from last year that we wanted to play,
Right.
that we didn't have time to play.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be, we're going to do our game of the year and stuff like that. Probably like maybe February or March, whenever we feel like we've gotten enough enough of 2019's titles done that we can make a better educated, like, this is what I think the ranking of the games that came out last year should be.
I have a couple of those games that came out this year that you guys can borrow.
Yeah, and we could...
And you just got that new Far Cry New Dawn, so if you plow 5 and play that because it's a sequel.
Yeah.
And that came out this year, so...
There's a bunch of stuff I want to do with that and kind of have a more well-rounded game of the year, because in years prior it's been like we played 2 or 3 games from the year. It's like that's not really much of a competition for game of the year, you know. So by doing this, I think we're going to have a much better time, a more
completed list.
Yeah, a more completed list of what we think the game of the year should actually be. And I kind of like having the list of like ranking all of the games against each other too. And we can't do that if we have like 3 games. It's just really easy. So that's another thing I want to do. It's 440 hours is what we can carry over. So 50, I think it says 50 or 55 working days. So
Okay.
I don't know if I'll ever have that much because that's insane. But
Yeah.
you could. Yeah. I don't know. I think 2019 was a fun year. I think we started focusing more on playing together when we could, and I think that's really added a lot of value to gaming. And it's kind of brought it back down to what it was supposed to be to begin with, is just hanging out and having a game that we all play together.
Yeah, playing those like Dead by Daylight and then Rocket League and now COD has been really great.
Yeah, and
it's finally it's nice to actually have a COD that's fun to play,
especially since it's a game that's like all three of us can play. Because Cam and I played Battlefield together a bunch, and then we also played like a bunch of Overwatch. And Schweiss didn't really have a chance to join us.
Schweiss would love Overwatch if he actually put in the time.
Yeah.
And he would like the current iteration of Battlefield if he would just put in the time.
Yeah. It's been nice to be able to do some of that. Clearly not enough, according to some. But
yeah, like an hour.
Yeah.
Of Overwatch. And your favorite character is actually pretty strong right now.
Oh, yeah?
In Overwatch.
Nice.
Hanzo?
Yeah.
Well, he's always been strong.
He's been strong, but he's meta strong now.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Meta strong?
There's strong and there's army strong.
Strong and there's meta strong.
And then there's meta strong.
There's super meta strong.
But I haven't played Overwatch in a good minute either, so.
Yeah, that was a game I spent $60 on, and I played for maybe like 10 hours.
Less than that.
Like,
Dude, you
Probably
can
less
check
than
the
that.
stats.
You don't.
You probably have like 3, maybe.
No, I've got more than 3.
No. So
Really?
we needed someone.
think?
We needed the Schweiss who went hardcore on League of Legends to be the same way about Overwatch.
That was such a beautiful time. I did get really good with certain characters.
If only you did the same thing with Overwatch.
But I can't though. We got
It's not
stuff
quite
to
the same.
do. Yeah, the world has changed.
It's not quite the same, but a first-person shooter with abilities and stuff like that, and teamwork and working together, and it's not just the first person. It's the strategy that really gets me going.
But you can't just throw down a ward and then port to it while everybody's like somewhere else and then go attack their shit.
Yeah,
I mean, flanking is
it's
a
not as
huge thing in
douchey.
Overwatch, being able to pull off effective flanks. And then having your tanks, hold the front line to keep attention down
Plus
while you're flanking.
They fucked over my
And that's part of the reason why Overwatch is
God
one of the
damn it,
most
what's his
frustrating games for me, is because I will get, me and my other friend Jacob, we would get so into the strategy and trying to play, really great. And we get something down that's working, but then we just play with a whole bunch of fucking noobs who don't care about the strategy. And you just throw it all fucking away. And you just play a trash game, you're just done.
Yeah.
Because you don't have other people willing to up their game, willing to improve.
Yeah. I want to do more of that this year, though. I want to try to play more multiplayer stuff, and hopefully by trimming down on the amount of games and trimming down on some of the longer games.
Well, if we stick to our
we got
Saturday
that.
stream schedule.
Yeah, we'll have some time.
We'll have to look at a list of games that are coming out for each month, because I know that Doom 2020 is coming out soon.
Yeah.
And I know all 3 of us are going to want to play that. So.
Yeah. You know what? With our stream schedule, we can just rotate what game we play in the morning and just keep rotating it. Just play that game for that entire time.
Yeah.
And if we do if we stream from 10 till, I would even say 1 o'clock, 10 to 1, that's more than plenty of time for me to get here in time.
All right. Let's plan on that for the year. Make that our Saturday.
10 to 1, we're doing a Nude Clan gaming stream. Then 2 o'clock, we're starting After Dark. And then hopefully 2:30 or 3 o'clock, we're starting Nude Clan.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can do that. And
then,
knock it
depending on what our evening looks like, you might have a stream to put you to sleep.
Yeah, that's right. We'll tuck you in. We'll tuck you into bed.
Craig and I, whereas you are making your extra base pay.
That's right, yeah. Getting that sweet, sweet dough for doing less than most other days. It's good, man.
That's exactly why I miss having a job that lets you work holidays. Get more pay for doing less.
Yeah, it
and
really
you don't have to
is.
associate with family.
Yeah, there's that too. It's super nice. Like, I can't come over. I'm working. I'm sorry. Even though I signed up.
I tried so hard to get the day off. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I only put my name on the list once. Like, I didn't triple down on me being wanting to work that day. I tried so hard to be here. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's good. So let's do that for 2020. Let's do the Saturday all the time thing. Saturday will just be Nude Clan Day, and we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to get there. You guys have anything else you want to talk about with 2019? Any other things that stick out, themes, shit like that?
The decline of the Battle Royale started to happen this year.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little petered out.
You have a few of the mainstays that are still pretty strong, but we don't see a new Battle Royale every 5 minutes, so...
Yeah.
I've seen a few new ones come out. They're like free ones. Found one that was called Cuisine Royale.
Yeah, but that's a little bit older, though. But yeah, I've seen some gameplay from that.
Kind of looks interesting.
Yeah. Man, I can't... this cat is so annoying. You guys see that like huge controversy that happened with that chick that like tossed her cat behind her while she was streaming? Everyone was like calling out for animal abuse and stuff like that, and it's like... It's so ridiculous. It's a cat. Like, it's not going to be... it's not abused by you tossing it over your shoulder. It's not like she chucked it. Like, I know cat abuse. If I know what it takes, and you got to chuck those fuckers. And even when you chuck them, they land, and like, it's fine. It was so ridiculous. I was like, this is such a stupid fucking movement that's happening, where everyone's like, oh, it was super abusive because the cat like clawed her, and she just like tossed him over her shoulder, and it's like, that's not abuse. You don't know what animals are.
Waylon's coming home with me.
Yeah, you can take him if you want. Like, seriously. I thought he was dead because he disappeared again for like 5 days, and then I was thinking about like, man, what if he's gone? And then I opened the door and he's there, and I'm like, oh, I guess he came in today. That's how he is.
It's like Ghost in Game of Thrones. He just disappears for a while and then he's there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just disappears for a while and then he's there at the end. And you're like, damn it, I thought he was dead. I thought I didn't have to feed him anymore. Oh, well, he just keeps coming back. And even Jace was like, he said that he thought the cat that he always fights with killed him. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if they really fight, because I don't know how much.
That's the one thing,
fighter.
though. If I took Wayland, he can't be an outside cat anymore. And that'll shit him off, and he'll be super loud all the time.
Yeah, and that'll shit you off, because it's really annoying.
I mean, if I'm just gonna... yeah, it'll be annoying because there's not very many spots in my apartment where I could hide him to not hear him.
Yeah, there was the one chick that like gave her cat alcohol. I don't know if that was the same person. If that was the one, then yeah, that's fucked up. But like tossing the cat, that's retarded. And I saw a lot of people freaking out about that. And it's like, you clearly have never had a cat before. Like I don't know. It's just like ridiculous. These people, like these fucking animal lovers.
What are people
and then
doing to their animals?
Yeah,
like,
oh yeah, caring for it. Like, yeah,
my cat has nothing like that he has to worry about. I love my cat.
Yeah,
he's also very quiet.
You fuck with your cat a lot though, and that's why he loves it though. Like, if
I don't fuck with my cat. What are you talking
fuck with
about?
him, like,
Yeah, Cam's no furry.
I like to scare him and then like attack him.
I see what you do to your cat. Yeah.
Well, your cat
Like,
loves that.
Pull
though.
on his tail.
How would you know?
Well, because
He's done it to your cat.
Yeah, he plays violently. He gets,
Oh yeah. And if you get like really playful with him, he will attack your hand.
Yeah,
But-
he's rough too. He's way
yeah.
rougher than Wayland is. He's way fucking stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, he did get flexed on when he came here, but that's a territory thing more than anything.
No, they didn't have a chance to really flex on each other, so
Yeah.
I was just checking for cat scratches. But yeah, if I have to be careful to make sure his claws are, clipped down to a decent size, otherwise you are getting unzipped.
Yeah, he's a ripped fucker too. He's a strong little bastard.
And he never goes outside, so it's really just like around 9 o'clock every night. It's like, oh, it's time to go really, really fast. And he'll just run back and forth from room to room as fast as he can. And if you are walking around during that time, he will attack your leg.
It's fucking feral cat time. Oh,
Can't
yeah.
kind of see it, but there's a bite marks right here for him. Just biting, not like hard, but just like it's playtime, it's go time. I'm gonna fucking pounce on your leg.
Yeah, he just spazzes the fuck out.
Yeah.
Wayland's like, Nicholas like grabs Wayland and like lays on him and stuff, and he's getting kind of mad about it, but he hasn't attacked him or anything yet.
And so
It's pretty chill.
I don't know how. Because Wayland's used to fighting for his life, and Toulouse is just used to, it's time to fucking play.
Yeah.
And so I know my cat does get along with other cats, but I don't know how Waylon will take that aggressive playfulness.
Yeah, because, I mean, Wayland has definitely been in fights with other animals, but he's also had cats that he's, like, totally friendly with. So I don't know. Yeah,
only one way to find out.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out. Throw him in a pit and film it. It's the only way to truly find out. And to have a betting table, too. You don't know until you bet. You don't know until you've lost money on it. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything else, though. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed 2019. Let us know what your goals were for 2019 and what your goals are for gaming for 2020. Just tweet the show. Tag me, too, if you want. I don't always look at the show's stuff, but when I do, I like to see stuff like that. So let us know what you what you accomplished in 2019. If you had any sort of theme. 2020, I want to play Metal Gear Solid again, though. I want to play all of those games again. So I want it to be a Hideo Kojima year, so to speak. Because it's been a while. It's been a while for 2, 3, and I've never finished 4. So
Or 5.
Or 5. I never even started 5, yeah.
Just be careful, though, if Waylon, starts disappearing more, gets angry all the time, starts showing up like this. He might be doing the roids.
Yeah.
Just fucking swole cat.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. What kind of medical shit are you getting into here? But, yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. And thanks, guys, for hanging out for another year. And have a good time in 2020. We'll have a nice decade retrospective next time and maybe the time after. It depends on how long we think it'll be. But we're just going to talk about the last 10 years. A lot of stuff's happened in the last 10 years of gaming.
A lot of gaming
It's
stuff,
like,
yeah.
It's pretty crazy. That's a long-ass time.
Multiple new series came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I feel like it's something we need to look into a little bit more and really plan out, because it's like for us, even though
the Dark Souls series
this was
started this decade.
This was our decade of gaming.
Yeah,
whereas
it really
we were
was.
just a part of, like, just tagging it there at the end of the last decade. This is our decade of gaming.
That's right. That's right. So we're gonna do that at the beginning of next year. Look forward to that. I think that's it, though. I don't have anything else for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Please support us on Patreon. Consider doing that. I have to send off... I ordered a fucking Nintendo gift card, and for some reason it's taken, like, days and days to, like, actually get to me. It's really weird. I'm kind of like...
Would you order it through the Nintendo store?
No, I ordered it through Amazon.
Oh, if you ordered an Amazon gift card or a gift card through Amazon, they probably just sent you a code in your email.
I haven't seen it yet, though.
So I would search for it in your email specifically, because sometimes they might go to spam. And you should have, like, the code there.
Yeah, I'll look at that. We owe A4...
Because usually when you buy a gift card on Amazon, they send you the code for it, like, minutes later.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We owe A4 Death Stranding, too, so we got to buy and send him a copy of that. So support us on there. Get part of the drawing. Take some of our games off of our hands. We still have a few, like, AAA titles that are just chilling over here. Everything that we've reviewed recently, we have a copy of. Just waiting to go out to a good home.
Yep.
So consider joining, supporting us there.
We still have 2 copies of Blood on the Sand. Actually, 3,
I have, like,
actually.
3 plus. Like,
Well, you have 2, and I have 1. So we have 3 copies of Blood on the Sand to give away.
yeah.
And we know how much you guys want those, especially the Japanese copy.
Yeah, I'm actually
so you
really...
can get the trophies.
I'm really surprised at the restraint the last 3 or 4 people have had, and not just immediately gobbling that up. That really shows that there's some strength of character there. Just so giving in these later months of the year, just to say, I don't want Blood on the Sand, so that you can have it.
That's Schweiss's game of the decade, you guys.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, it got me into rap a little bit, so that was kind of cool.
Oh my god. Fucking Cam, when we were, like, going up to your place to fucking, like, go shooting, the first thing that happens is the fucking G-Unit song comes on in Schweiss's car, and I was like, for God's sake, Schweiss.
Yeah. I only listened to it like 6 times the day before. It's not a big deal. It's a sweet song, man. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Telling you, Craig, I'm just trying to become more culturally minded.
Oh, yeah. Is that it?
Yeah. I'm not just going to listen to, like, I don't know what, like German music, like nothing but Flight of the Valkyries over and over again.
Why the fuck would you listen to Flight of the Valkyrie over and over again?
That's just the equivalent of the fucking Celtic Woman for you. It's like, gotta stick to this.
No, it's not.
Gotta stick to this one thing. Well, I mean, it's way cooler than Celtic Woman. But I don't know as a whole. I haven't actually listened to Celtic Woman. I'll be honest.
It's a lot of folk songs.
Yeah, that does not make me want to listen to it. But
yeah, give it a shot, Schweiss. Put it in your little music contest.
Yeah, I could always hog some Celtic Woman. I wonder how many people have hogged Celtic Woman. Any good stat to find.
There's also a lot of like Irish bands that do nothing but like sea shanties.
Yeah, some of those are actually fun. Like
Whiskey in a Jar is a good song.
Yeah. Drunken Lullabies was a really fun song from like 10 years ago. It's the Molly something. Flogging Molly, that's what it was. It's an insanely Irish sounding band. But yeah, I don't think we have anything else, so thanks guys for hanging out. Let us know what your kind of theme was for 2019 in gaming, and let us know what your goals are for 2020. You can tweet the show at Nude Clan Podcast. You can tweet me at UFF Podcast.
Me at Obsidian Bob.
Me at Nude Clan Cam.
Subscribe to us on Twitch with your Twitch Premium or Amazon Prime thing. It's a free subscription. You have to renew it every month, but we do get a kickback from that. It's always nice. You can always give it to somebody who streams a little more often too. Just use it. It's use it or lose it kind of a thing. Patreon.com/Nude Clan Podcast. You can support us there. Be entered into the drawings to win the games that we're going to be reviewing. So super exciting. Good
We
stuff.
are also streaming the show live again. So if
We
you want
are.
to join us Saturdays at 3 usually. I would say.
We
Yeah.
just decided from here on out Saturdays will be the streaming day. So really tune in anytime on Saturday.
That's
It's
right.
Mountain Standard Time. But yeah. So
Yeah.
join us.
Come hang out. And we will see you guys again next week.
Enjoy the nude.
Time to get good.
Live always in the nude. Let's do some hog. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hog League. The end of 2019, the end of a decade. So, guys, as you know, we're going to be doing the playoffs this week, so stay tuned for those matchups. But without further ado, guys, Week 14 results. Sweatmeisters against A for last place. Step Motherfuckers against A-Brat cracking his whip. Dukes of Death against Chase. Romagers Rompers against Matunica's Heroes. The Doesn't Count against the Most Offensives. Sweatmeisters fall 331-40. Top A4. Arrowbeard, top Sweatmeister, True Hoax. Step Motherfuckers destroy, just annihilate. A-Brat cracks the whip 2,238 to 1,023. Top Step Motherfucker is Ingrass Black Dude himself. Top Whip is Alec. The Dukes of Death topple Chase in his place 360 to 91. Top Duke Combaticon. Top Chase President. Romager's Rompers actually take out Matunica's Heroes this week. Good job rallying at the very end, getting your year-end hog in. 539 to 352. That was a good group effort, too. It's not like one guy added all of his shit at the end. So good job. Top Romper, Simon Parker, as usual. Top Matunica's Hero, Ice Storm. Doesn't count, Slaughter, the Most Offensives, 2348 to 448. Top Doesn't Count, Jacob Wright, top Most Offensive Player by Nature. Guys, we were looking to do more in-depth stats, and maybe we'll do those next week as I recap everything and get the playoffs going. But we do have the top points for the year, top 3, and then the top 3 Nude Clan Hog. So, top points, guys, congratulations to all 3 of you. Top Super Hog, Jacob with 12,913 points. Angry Ass Black Dude right behind him with 12,854. And IRAT with 10,277. 3 people cracking the 10K this year. Congratulations to all 3 of you. You guys are killing it. I'm excited to see what you can do next year. Hopefully you're not burned out doing as much as you could this year. The top 3 Nude Clan Hog, pretty much the same. Angry Ass Black Dude dethrones the 3-4-time champion at this point, Jacob Wright. 269 to 242 for games beaten on the year. Third place goes to Thy Death Sword. His first year doing the hog, as far as I remember, or at least his first year doing it like extremely seriously, that is. So very exciting shit going on. Congratulations to you guys. I think we'll do a giveaway for the top Super Hog and the top Nude Clan Hog. So I guess that's kind of Angry Ass Black Dude twice. So yeah, I guess you get a couple things. I don't know. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do 10, all 10 teams in the playoffs. Fuck it all. Let's do it. So Step Motherfuckers had the top seed. I'll face them off because, I mean, my teams, we're kind of fucked anyways. Hopefully we get some good points in the beginning of the year. I'm not saying it's impossible, guys. Just saying based on the recent trends, we're probably going to get fucked. Dukes of Death against the most offensive. Matunicus Heroes against the Doesn't Counts. A4 against Abrac. Cracking his whip. D-Rom and Chase face off. Guys, I say fuck it. Let's do a 10-man or 10-team playoff, and then the 5 teams, whoever is the top seed, will just have a bye week next time, and then we'll keep going until it's over. Keep in mind, the hog has been reset, and I am still working on actual year-end stats, and I kind of want to get like I'm gonna try to do something special for that, but we have the totals as per when I pulled them before I went to dinner on New Year's Eve, and that's what I'm gonna go with for the victors. You guys might have had a few more points, and we'll look at that later. But oh, jeez. Oh. Sorry, a little tired. Keep hogging. Welcome in the new decade with points. Who doesn't like points, right? So, guys, keep up on the hog. Fresh start here. And you know what? Here's the thing. Even if you're losing, it's still worth hogging because it's just fun. It's just fun for one, and two, it's a cool way to track all the shit you've done for the year. That's my big thing. I mean, every like January, I just do like the Metallica Megadeth, binge, and it's nice to go back to that each year. And then it's also nice to have just a little collection of everything that you've done. So even if you're not going to win, don't look at it as a not worth your time because you're not going to win kind of a thing. I mean, I've been hogging the whole year, and I'm fucking suck. Like I'm not even like top 20, and I'm definitely not top 5 on any one category either. I was trying for a while with music, but I just kind of ran out of steam, ran out of shit to listen to. So, but yeah, guys, welcome to 2020. Thank you for hanging out with us for all these years, and please get your hog in. But until next week, guys, I think that's going to be it for us here. Please, for the love of God, if you do anything this year, if you do anything this week, live always in the nude.